So in this particular problem called a simple array sum, we given an array of elements, and then we need to calculate the sum of all the elements of an array. It's a quite a simple problem. Many a times we do it in a regular classes also, right? Uh, yes, it basically gives you an interface where there'll be a function, you need to fill up the code, or you can write your own code, okay, with function, without function, right? Now the input for this particular program will be of two lines. The first line will contain the number of elements in your array. The second line will contain the elements one after the other, separated by a space, right? The number of elements in an array can be up to 1000. Remember, the constraint out here says that the value of n can be anything between 0 to 1000, and the array element can also be between 0 to 1000. Now what we are supposed to do it is we need to calculate the sum of all the elements of an array, and then we just need to print this sum, one, okay, single value on the screen. Fine. Okay. Now if you want to work with C, first we need to select C language out here. Now we require an array, but if you work with array, probably you might have studied like whenever you declare an array, we need to specify the size of an array. So if I have to specify the size of an array, the question is what should be the size. Now the value or the number of elements in an array will be entered at the runtime, and then okay, it can be up to 1000. So on a safer side, okay, considering the worst case scenario, you might create an array of 1000 elements, right? Okay. Now after this you might just say, okay, fine, I would like to also declare n. Then I would like to read the value of n from the user, right? After I read the value of n from the user, next I need to read the elements of an array, n number of elements of an array. For int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, I can just use scanf %d address of array of I, right? This will do the job of reading. Once you have done the job of reading, then you can traverse the elements of an array one by one, and every time you get the element, you can add up that element with the existing value of sum, right? So I'd like to create a variable called as sum, which will be initialized with 0, and then I'd like to traverse all the elements of an array one by one, right? And then I'd like to say sum equal to the existing value of the sum plus the current element of an array. So this will do the job, right? Let me just try to print element here, %d and sum. Done. Okay, I can complete this task, right? This is pass the test cases, and it's a very basic program, but we can improvise a little bit on this. So please do remember, in our test case, we had only 6 elements. In the first case, we had 6 elements. And then let us also look into the second case, we had around 10 elements. And in the third case, we had around 1000 elements. Remember, we had 3 cases. In one of the case, we had 1000 elements. In one of the case, we had 10 elements. And then other case, we had only 6 elements. But the question is, do we need to declare an array of 1000 for every case, right? Like for example, if you enter the value of n is 6, then why do we require an array of 1000? Array of 6 is sufficient. If you want to create an array, okay, wherein the size of the array will be specified at runtime, then that is possible. So what you should do is you should move this particular array creation statement after reading the value of n. Once you read the value of n, you can just do this. You can replace this with n out here. But please do remember, this statement has to be done after you read the value of n, not before reading the value of n, right? Now it will create an array of only 6 elements in the first case. It will create an array of 10 elements in the second case. It will create an array of 1000 elements in the third case, right? Okay, depending upon whatever is the value of the n. So let me try to rerun this code, right? Okay, right. Okay, now in case if you want to combine the reading as well as adding up the elements, okay, sometimes we do it without the array also. What we might do it is, okay, fine, we might and not create an array at all. I'll just try to write, okay, fine, something like this. I'd like to read the element, okay, and then so along with that, I'll try to directly add up the sum directly out here, right? I'd like to say, okay, sum equal to sum plus ERR. Please do remember here, I'm not using an array at all. I'm not using any array at all. I'm just using it as a simple variable. Reading the value of the variable, adding it to the sum. Again, reading the value, adding up that to the sum, right? Okay, even this also works. This also works, right? But your intention of this particular program is not to do in this particular way. Your intention, the intention, okay, behind this particular program was to explain how do we create an array, how do we read the elements of an array, how do we access the elements of an array. That was the major objective, right? So okay, so I would rather prefer the previous one when compared to this one.